I think it's time we tried these by Tyson, which I never go out of my way for their products unless I'm at a restaurant that obviously gets supplied by them, but I don't know. I've never been into honey on chicken. Let's see how this goes. No way in hell I would use the microwave for this. Let's use the Zam way, the pot way. In case you wonder what that weird glaze is, I'm using almond oil as opposed to olive oil because I feel like honey matches with almond better, and I just didn't want to use olive oil for this. And now I gotta keep an eye on it because I feel like almond oil burns a little faster than olive. That may not be scientifically true, don't quote me on it. I just feel like it just doesn't work as well on high heat in my experience. So I'm keeping an eye on this. And I'm keeping it medium low. Now you guys know me. I don't give a shit about aesthetics. I like to break up the chicken like this so that I can ensure it's heating up evenly. And I also like to do the work of having smaller pieces anyway because those are big bites. And I have problems with eating where I don't chew stuff very well because I'm eating fast. So the smaller my food is in pieces, it helps me. If I'm going to eat fast, then at least it's not huge chunks that end up choking me and I get hiccups and then I throw it up because I literally have indigestion. If I can cut it up from the get-go and help it absorb even the oil better, I'm going to. I don't need to see this in nuggets form. I like for it to be all mashed up, fucked up looking. Because I'm nasty. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I like to do that from the pot, and that also lets me know where they're at. Like this one, for instance, it's still kind of frozen. I'm kind of struggling to cut. Yeah, this bitch is still frozen. So yeah, it's also a good like temperature indicator. Where we at? What's some of this? Yeah, I can tell I'm making the right call here because otherwise this is gonna take forever. See those thicker chunks? Those are the ones I'm having trouble cutting up like this, meaning y'all are not tender yet. I don't like that. And I can also feel like I'm cooking this properly to where microwave just fucking dries them up too much. Using the pot method pretty much helps me cook them evenly, and they're not as dry either. They have life to them. They still need a little while, and that's fine. We're not in a hurry. There's really no more floor surface area for you to like chill out at. Cat. Dusty. Dusty. Are you waiting on my cheeky? You got sugar, it's bad for you. It's got honey. Honey, it's like honey on babies. Honey kills babies. You don't care? Okay. Good answer. Okay. It's been some minutes now, and you can see how easily I'm poking through these. And I'm doing this with my left hand, which isn't really my good hand for this type of thing. But fortunately, I do have a little bit of ambidextrous tendencies. But what I wish I could do is keep an eye on my phone and keep an eye on the pod so that I know when I'm aiming at the pod and when my hand has shifted. But yeah, you guys, I honestly like the look of this better. It also makes it look more versatile than just, oh, chunks of chicken. And yeah. I want to say I'm going to leave them like this maybe for like another 2 minutes. And after that, we done. And I can tell that the almond oil was probably my wisest choice because I feel like it's giving it a special scent. And I think it's the honey and the almond are like vibing together. Yeah, I think that was a really, really, really good idea. I think that'll somehow help this. Okay. Leave it like 3 more minutes. Yep. They good. So, I'm gonna give it a stir. Let them rest. And then we will serve. This kind of reminds me of turkey stuffing. Like those crumbs right there. Okay, we here. I am actually quite pleased. Let me take a second bite. They're very tender. They're not chewy. I feel like the flesh has moisture. They're not salty. And they're not crunchy, of course. They're pretty soft. I think they're not crunchy because of how I pretty much steamed them in oil, I guess, as opposed to just having heat attack it from like a microwave. When it comes to its actual taste, I like that because the breading turned into a sponge, it seems to have absorbed the oil. And as I bite down on it, it bleeds a little bit and I can taste some of that almond oil. And with that almond oil, I feel like I can taste the honey, but it's not sticky like you know honey to be. And I don't find it sweet. It's subtly sweet, just very, very subtle. Like if you were to just hand this to me and just feed it to me, I wouldn't know that this is honey chicken. Yep. The honey flavor is very faint. And for someone who doesn't really like honey like that too much, this is good. This works for me perfectly. Because now something else infused itself to the breading to where whatever the honey taste or honey stickiness might have been there, now an oil with a taste that I like took its place. Does that make sense? These I could definitely get again. They're pretty rich in flavor. You can really taste the white meat. Really good quality. I find that to be better than what I would get at a restaurant, because at a restaurant I feel like they're just too fried to the point that unless you have a sauce on the side to dip the chicken in, you won't really enjoy the flavor on its own. Does that make sense? But hey, you guys, I'm glad I tried this. This was a accident, honestly. I happened to have a coupon for it, and I went to the store, found it, looked at the ingredients, and they looked like something I could do, and I'm glad I tried it. I don't think I'll be doing this like year round, but I can say that if I have an emergency, but I don't want to spend like $17 on a meal, I could buy this and get maybe like 5 meals out of it, 5 entree amounts out of it. So good deal. It was only like $8.74, I think, for this little bag of wings. Shit, when you go to a restaurant and you buy 10 wings with some kind of flavor, some kind of sauce, it will exceed $10. There are wing places that you buy like 25 pieces of boneless wings. It's $35 or something crazy like that. Even when they're on sale, wings are still expensive. I don't understand why, but this is a good substitute in my book. And we all know that Tyson supplies everybody. They're like the Walmart of food supply, chicken supply. So more than likely what you're fed at restaurants are Tyson products anyway. So if you can buy it semi-directly from them, just buy it from a middleman, it's better than buying it from a restaurant that bought it from a middleman that bought it from the company, and by extension, they gotta pay the labor to prepare this for you, and that's why it's so inflated. That doesn't make sense.